educated.
All right, John Morton is willing to take a reduced role, a demotion, to remain with the Detroit Lions. So, he's pretty much saying that, he's willing to take a demotion. And at the end of the day, so be it. I mean, maybe he figured he really don't have many options outside of here. And that's the thing about it. Maybe you feel like he don't have many options outside of here, don't want to go back to Denver, been here before, and maybe he realized, you know what, maybe I'm just not meant to, lead an offensive side of the ball, or maybe I'm just not meant to be in the leadership position of a football team. Let me be honest with y'all. The number one thing you can do with yourself is be honest with yourself. When you're honest with yourself, if you can't be honest and self-assess yourself, it's going to be hard to, and sometimes, maybe you can correct some things and change the attitude and become that, but everybody ain't meant to be the captain of the boat. I think Benny Siegel said, I ain't the captain of the ship, but I'm on the boat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's enough, but some people have the God complex of, if I ain't the captain of the ship, I don't want to be on the boat. So basically what that is saying is, I don't want to be successful. If I ain't the leader, I don't want to be successful. And in my opinion, that's a bad attitude to have. Everybody ain't built to be a leader. If you ain't trying to be the first in and the last out, if you don't want to take responsibility and accountability for everybody on the team without giving excuses, even if they're valid, you ain't built for that. But Lions OC wants to be here, but knows whatever happens with uncertain future. It says Detroit Lions offensive coordinator John Morton doesn't know what the future holds following Sunday's finale in Chicago. We know, but Morton knows he wants to be here, whether that's including calling plays again or not. He said not a prerequisite for staying here or taking another job, adding that, of course, he would like to have a chance again. Quote, I would like to be here. Yeah, I love it here. I love Dan. I love the organization. It's my home, Morton said on Thursday. Quote, all I'm thinking about is Chicago right now. So whatever happens, happens. Listen, I've been in this business for a while, and I'm so proud of the things I've done. There's a lot of things that I need to improve on. And so whatsoever happens, happens. But listen, my main focus is just Chicago right now. That's all I'm thinking about. That's all I ever do. I live in the moment. I always have. And then whatever happens, I just march on just like I've always had. That's my attitude with everything. And then you have to understand, too, there's families involved in this. This man got a family involved. So to keep picking up and moving your family, it's always tough. It's always tough. So don't forget that it's always tough. And so don't forget the Pistons play tonight versus Miami Heat. I don't know if I'm going to put this up today, though. But yeah. I was thinking about going to the game. But it's too cold. I ain't trying to be off that water. But yeah, man, families involved. And can he get better? I mean, he didn't learn from the Jets loss, but maybe this situation make him learn a little bit more. But at the end of the day, they kept him around and didn't keep Anthony Lynn around. And that might just be due to his mindset, or Anthony Lynn said, I ain't taking this shit. Just go ahead and let me go. But honestly, man, from this situation, can he learn and get better from what he did? I think he can. I mean, so many times we want to cut people off because they failed once or failed twice. Maybe he may figure it out. Maybe he won't. But the whole thing about it is the one thing I don't like about the corporate shit is just so much fake shit involved into it. Oh, I'm not thinking about it. Yeah, of course you're thinking about it. This Chicago game means absolutely nothing. Of course you're thinking about it. I guarantee you thinking about it. I guarantee he's thinking about it. I bet my pretty penny, he's thinking about it. I bet you. Because when you got to pick your family up, or you don't know what's going to happen, even though you got the money and you got to support your family and stuff, that's the main thing that's on your head or on your mind. So, honestly, He fucked up. I knew when he came in and said he was talking so much about explosive plays and he's a passing game coordinator. Said they was gonna keep the regular running play, the regular running report, the regular running game, and he wasn't gonna bring no running game in. I said that's a recipe. That's a recipe for disaster. Remember, I said that. I said that's a recipe for disaster. That's when you got Jared Goff. That's what makes this is what makes them so much better. Is the ability to run the football. Is the ability to run the football. So that's the number one thing you better come in is finding a way to run the football more than passing. But, you know, he willing to be a team player. And maybe he can sit behind somebody and learn again one day. But most of the time, you don't want to carry those rotten apples on a roster. They're going to probably tear down the whole offensive coordinator side of the thing and bring somebody else in. My thing will be this. Get somebody with experience. Get somebody that may be outside of your coaching tree, outside of your social circle that aligns with you. And guess what? That happened for the Pistons. I mean, we don't talk about that enough. That happened to the Detroit Pistons. You know, Terajan Langdon didn't know J.B. Bickerstaff from a can of paint. Heard he got fired. Had an interview with him. And they hit it off. They hit it off. And the rest right now, as of right now, it's history. It's history. So, but he willing to stay. Stay. In my Jodeci voice. He willing to stay. But he won't. And we'll talk about the prerequisites for offensive coordinator when the offseason get here, and we start looking at, you know, different guys and stuff. Y'all know how the vibes go. But honestly, you probably got a clean house. You know, you probably got a clean house. But hey, man, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.